Hi guys, welcome. Well, I just got off work and I decided to take a walk because it's just so freaking pretty today. And I'm by the Brooklyn Bridge, and I feel like I haven't been vlogging enough, and I feel like I haven't been doing much. So I just wanted to show you guys the scene behind me. It's so pretty. Look at all this light. Look at this. This is not so pretty, but this is. Anyway, so I have just been busy with life and been thinking about a lot of the things that have been bothering me that are in my control, and some of the things that I do want to fix in my life. And that, did I walk into a secluded area? I did. This is annoying. I just walked into like a gated area. I didn't think it was gated. One of the things I didn't expect to happen to me as a kid, to me becoming an adult now, is allowing literally my entire life revolving around work. Like, as a child, you don't think of how much of an effect that's gonna have on you. And as an adult in New York, in America, in New York City, in the island of Manhattan, I can tell you, all I do is I literally feel like I live to work. Not work to live, or is it work to live? Yeah, I feel like I live to work. And I just feel like, I think this is cute, right? Like the background? Yes. No? Yes. No? Okay. I can't see because it's so glary. Anyway, yeah, I just feel like all I do now is I wake up, I contemplate about life. Do I want to do this? Should I live my life like this? What is the purpose? Then I'm like, oh, survival, bitch, because that's what the game that you're playing right now. I'm like, all right, okay, I don't want to do this. Hey guys, and welcome back to their vlog. So, I'm out here vlogging in the island of Manhattan, and I have been so stuck in the house, it's not even funny. And I was like, know what? We're not going straight home after work. Why do you do that? Because it's a 2-hour commute. A 2-hour commute. So I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that today. I really do feel like enjoying the scenery, and man, when I tell you, everything is beautiful. I was having so much fun today talking about the new Doctor Strange 2 movie. I'm super excited. I'm here. Yes! I just saw a clip of it. It looks amazing. This is really pretty. Okay, I gotta go. I haven't been to this theater ever, and it looks so amazing. Look at it. Look at it. Oh my God, is that alcohol? No, go away. This is so cute. All right, stop freaking out. Stop freaking out. Avatar, the way of the water. Yes. Oh, I gotta draw that eye. Okay, go away. Seattle. Oh, yes. I'm so excited. All right, why am I like so hyped by myself? I need a wingman. I like so need a wingman. This is great. Look at this lighting. Amazing. I'm too much by myself. I'm not enough. All right, let me stop being weird. Okay. Of course, like most gays, my favorite character is Scarlet Witch. And out of all the Avengers, I would have to say honestly that Doctor Strange has always been my favorite. When I first saw him, it was a cartoon, and he was on or did I see him as a comic book? I'm not too sure. Either way, when I first saw Doctor Strange and Iron Man, well, Iron Man is a cartoon, and I believe Doctor Strange as a comic book, I just have to say, I thought both of them were Latino or Hispanic. And so, to me, at the time, I was having like this whole identity thing where it's like, am I black? Am I Latino? Am I part white? Am I white? Do I consider white? Do I consider me all black? Or, it was just a whole thing, big thing back then in my life. But now, I'm Afro-Latino. And with that being said, Doctor Strange, master of mysticism. Oh my God, I love him. I just love him.
and what he can do. He's such a badass. I love the actor who's playing him. He's doing an amazing job. But the whole purpose of this video is Scarlet Witch. I love her so much. So I decided to like vent and talk and stuff about like what I enjoyed about it. Somebody was like, what were your thoughts on it? And I decided to give my 2 cents. And my 2 cents was, I said that I personally don't view her as a villain. I view her as a person who is suffering and got no mental emotional help whatsoever. And she has PTSD and no one is bothering to help her in any way. And because her powers are so powerful, she was self-soothing and people vilified her for not doing things the conventional way and punishing her for not being normal. Joker said it best. They want people with mental health issues to act as if they don't have them. Then I also commented and said, as long as I don't have to hear about it. Because when I saw this clip and I was just like, you know what? This is totally fact. I agree with myself when I wrote it. And this is me having a conversation with myself. Sometimes I'm not all the way there, right? And so I was like, where have I seen this before? Another witch, one of my other personal favorite witches, Willow from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And the same thing happened to her when Tara broke up with her, when she was figuring out what's going on with, like, is she a lesbian? Is she heterosexual? Is she sexually fluid? Like, she had no ideas what she was doing. And Xander and everybody else was just giving her a hard time, like, hurry up and get over it. And I'm just like, why is it that when the most powerful character is going through something, even the same thing with Buffy. Buffy killed Angel and sent him literally to hell for everyone, and it was for nothing. So when the Scarlet Witch said that, I was like, oh my god, this is so true. This is so true. And then I was just like, we about to see some shit. We about to see some shit. Because it's always the most powerful character that's being gaslighted and shamed for having, you know, something called humanity. And then, like, the weakest characters, or the characters that don't even give much, are the ones that always have the most to say. And a fellow TikToker, oh, I'm not on TikTok, but I was watching a video on TikTok, and the guy said that Xander was the guy that was the worst thing for Buffy ever. Now, you know what? I have to say that I agree.
Xander Harris was Buffy's biggest adversary out of all the 7 seasons. He saved her life one time in season 1 and rode that to the finish line. But this man staged not 1, but 2 uprisings against Buffy.
And I love the fact that whoever wrote her words or lines or whatever, they were so on point with it. She called them a hypocrite. She called them everything, and I was just like, yes. Then I happened to see a meme that's really funny. And I just had to cackle at work. I had to laugh my ass off because it's like, yeah, it definitely is. I got into an argument, a one-sided argument, because I wasn't arguing with this guy. Someone was like, so if someone doesn't get help because they don't want the help, and they have the power to do something themselves to try and fix it, is it not a crime if that's something is murder or other violent crimes? I mean, can we be for real though? If we're going based off the MCU's timeline, from what I observed, Wanda does not know everything that she can do. And when I wrote that, I was going based off of what I read in the comics, what I've seen in the cartoons, and what I've seen in this movie. And the thing is, I feel like this in real life, like real talk real quick, like the entire planet is lacking empathy. This is why I think that I would be a Blue Lantern. I mean, I am a Yamaya child. But this is why I believe that I would be a Blue Lantern. Because everyone wants to vilify the person that is crying out for help, and they just don't help them. And if they do help, they help in a way that is best for the person that's helping. Like, all the Avengers need grief counseling. All the Avengers need to sit in a meeting for, like, PTSD. And on top of that, I also feel like, perfect example, look at Thor. Helena said it best. She was mad as hell. They vilified her because what? Y'all was doing something that she was used to doing. And then when you're like, oh no, we have enough. She comes out from the gates of hell and she's just like, I'm about this life, I'm gonna mess y'all up. And I don't understand why is it that we gotta change now because you're ready to change. I'm not ready to change. I'm good at what I do. And Thor did not receive any help from losing his mother, from losing his father, from losing his brother in front of him, for literally having his entire realm, not just a state, a country, a city, or a town, a realm destroyed. The love of his life he can never be with. And it's very similar to Wanda's story, right? And because of whatever reason, the way they wrote his story, it seems as if he got over it and that he was mentally healthy enough to pull together. But at the same time, like Thor, his whole background, he had a happy childhood. He had an entire family. He had an entire community. So whatever coping skills or skills that he has, he was able to use that to propel himself forward. Yeah, he got depressed. He got fat. But if you see the upcoming movies, like, he's not the same anymore. However, Wanda was freaking in an insane asylum. She was abandoned multiple times. But in the MCU, like, she was experimented on. Violent experiments. Then on top of that, she was locked away. She wasn't allowed to be who she wants to be. Then on top of that, her brother was killed. Then her country, the majority of the city, fell from freaking, it's not outer space, from the atmosphere. And, you know, they gave her mad tough love and it was just like, get over it. And she was just like, all right, I gotta deal with it because this is what's happening now. Then she falls in love with a robot. Talk about mental health choices, right? She falls in love with a robot, and then from there, she has to kill the robot. Like, think about how damaged you have to be. Like, this artificial being that's spiritually brought to life through a stone. So technically it's living through cosmic energy, but it's not organic, I think. And you make a real life bond with it, and then you're forced to destroy it. And then you kill this being that you love just to watch it die, not once, but twice. And people are just like, oh well, get over it. What the fuck? Then on top of that, no one seems to like really, you know, because everybody else has their own trauma, FY. So you really can't be too upset at people being like, oh my god, poor Wanda. Because, you know, the fact that she didn't die and Iron Man did, so they're all over here like, yeah, girl, we're gonna mourn Iron Man. Yeah, so you can hold your feelings in. And she's just like, okay, like, like it baffles me. So these are just my thoughts on it. I really enjoyed the movie. I hope you like my little video. I'm new at this, so please don't be so harsh on me. Yeah, all right, bye.